Hey everyone, and welcome back to LightHearted. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Britton. Today we're talking about something that's been a shaping force in both of our lives.
Yeah.
We're talking about friendships. The real ones, the messy ones, the ones we outgrew, and the ones that saved us. I thought before we really jumped in, we could kind of go through some friendship icks and some friendship green flags.
Ooh, I love this.
Does that sound fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe let's start with icks and then we can end on a positive. So what are some friendship icks for you?
I think someone that is always, I love friends that share their feelings, but someone that always just shares every day, all the time, every hard thing they're going through, and then doesn't ask you and doesn't listen to your problems. I think that's a big one. Because, I want my friends to share things. And if you're going through things every single day, share them with me, but be willing to listen as well.
I agree with that.
What about you?
I think I have two right off the top of my head. I think one of them is, the people who are just always okay. They've never had a good day in their lives. They're just doing all right every single time. Because, I think some days are just like that. And that's okay with me.
Yeah. I was going to say, because that was me in middle school. I was just an okay person all the dang time.
I think, if you have friends who are okay with that, for my friends, I'm I need you to, bring some level of positivity sometimes. I'm not saying you need to come in and be like, good morning, how's everybody?
Right.
I don't need that. But, if you're just constantly I'm all right.
Well,
okay.
And we've talked before, we feed off of each other's energy.
Totally.
So just always.
Yeah. Because it's you have okay days.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
I have okay days. But I think the net has to be decent at least. Yeah. And then I've realized that my best friends, I do well when it's not super needy. Which I think we've talked about that, but I did stop being friends with somebody because she was like, I need access to you 4 days a week. And you need to respond to me 4 days a week. And I was like, babe, I can't do that. You need to find a better friend for you then because I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any more icks?
I think, yeah. I feel like we could go on and on. I think someone who is always pointing out your flaws and problems and is never willing to see their own when you point them out. And I am someone that I didn't used to be, but I'm someone that I want my friends to point out when I mess up or maybe I'm not doing the best or being the best friend at that moment. Point those things out sometimes. I don't think you need to point out every problem all the time because people are human and they are going to mess up.
But maybe if it's a repetitive
thing,
behavior.
Being kind and reminding people hey, you've been doing this a lot and how are you doing? Seeing it in that perspective I think is important too because people struggle and that's when, crap happens. Yeah. But people that only point out your flaws all the time but aren't willing to see their own and everything's your fault.
Yeah.
If the friendship's not working, it's your fault. So
it's so hard. I also think to kind of piggyback off of that, when people point out my flaws in front of other people, because instead pull me off to the side and be like, hey, do you realize you're doing this a bunch?
Yeah, don't do it at the dinner table.
Pull me off to the side. Let me know I have a flaw.
That's a real friend. Yeah.
I would prefer to know that I have a flaw, but
not
time and place.
In the middle of, a group meeting or something.
Yeah. Do you have any more icks?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure.
We're pretty
I'm
easy
sure
to
there's
please.
I'm sure there's a ton, but I've been blessed with really good friends, and so when I'm speaking about these, genuinely, I'm not speaking about anyone specific for me.
Yeah.
Truly. I think there's been moments of that within every friendship because that just happens, especially
humans.
Because some of my friendships have gone on since I was 13, and so the growth in that, I know I was probably a terrible friend from time to time during those middle school, high school years, so.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting being with someone in a friendship through childhood into adulthood because you both just change so much.
Oh, yeah.
It's so interesting.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about friends that I've had too. Even if we're not really close anymore, I'm still man, it's so cool to see who you've grown into being.
Right.
That's so fun.
It is cool.
Yeah. Okay. So what are your friendship green flags then?
Well, I think they can part of them can just piggyback off of the icks.
Yeah, just opposites of icks.
Right, like willing to listen and willing to have honest conversations about their like flaws that they may have and you may have, like not just one way.
I think one green flag for me is I can think of like not a specific time, but I remember like the feeling of this happening where like I was walking in on a friend group and one of my friends was like hyping me up behind my back. Like they didn't know that I was there. And they were just like, Britton's so great at this. And like, I was like, that is a real one right there.
It wasn't for show or
it wasn't
for you
for
to hear
show.
it. It
no.
was just genuine.
Like super green flag, like such a good human.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was really cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's another ick too, is people that talk behind your back in like a negative way.
Yeah. Or if they talk crap about a bunch of other people, because then you're like, what happens as soon as I leave?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I hate that. One that I can think of too, a green flag, is we've talked about this, is someone that you feel like you can just kind of turn your brain off. Like it doesn't, like at the end of the day of hanging out, you don't feel like exhausted from the conversation. And I'm not saying any relationships that involves is a bad one.
No.
Because like that happens.
Yeah.
But I think if there's someone that you can genuinely hang out with for days on end and like just kind of have your brain on autopilot and just be cruising through life, I think is incredible. And like I'm like that with you. Like I don't feel like I need to.
Like we're not on all the time.
No.
We don't have to be on.
Like we could literally just sit in silence and it's not awkward and that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big one.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we're just piggybacking a lot today. I think to go with that, it's like the friendships that I can go for weeks without speaking to that person. And then we still are just like,
pick right
hey,
back
how's
up.
it going? What do you need?
Yep.
Like, not a big deal. Like, that's so awesome. Like, it's just so nice to be like, hey, like, we're just two people trying to live life and like get through, and like we still want to stay connected. And I think it's cool to have easy friendships where like I'm not exhausted.
Agree.
And
yeah, because like I feel like when I went like out of town for like a week and a half, we didn't speak that whole time. No. And I didn't feel the need to like text you after I got back and being like, hey, how are you doing? What's like, you know, here's what I've done, like a whole catch up thing. Like, no, it's like, that's good. Like you can do that. But it was just like, hey, when are we working this week? What are we doing? Yes. And like just right back into things. And I've done that. I've done that with people for months. Yeah. And that's really cool.
It's awesome. It just makes it so easy because you're not like, oh, I hope it's okay. I need to like break the ice with Britton really quick before we get into the stuff
I would feel comfortable not talking to you for a month and then texting you and be like, hey, I need this and this from you. Is that doable?
Yeah.
Like, and not being like, have to have a whole conversation first.
No, not like let's feel out the room really quick. Yeah, I just love it. Yeah. Easy relationships. Easy. What other green flags do you have?
I think someone that is genuinely happy for you when you achieve things.
That's such a big one.
Especially if it doesn't benefit them, and it could like even negatively impact them. Like not because you're doing something mean to them, but like if I got an opportunity and had to move away, like you could be genuinely happy for me. Yeah. Even though like that's going to make podcasting a little more difficult, or like we're going to miss each other. Yeah. I think someone that like can have those feelings and maybe be sad about something, but genuinely excited for you.
Celebrating
is so cool. I feel like there's so many green flags. I think too, someone that will, I don't want to say drop everything all the time, because it can be hard, especially like when you're a parent or you're in school or like whatever it may be. But like if someone's genuinely struggling, like someone who's willing to just be like, what do you need? Like if it's 2 a.m, what do you need?
Like I've got
what
you.
What can I do for you? Like, and making that very clear. Like I think that's a big green flag for me.
Oh, I think another good one for me is like the friends who don't get weird when you set a boundary with them.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, we're actually working on this with my kid. So, you know, if you could not do this or this when you're here, that'd be awesome. And they're like, oh, duh. Yeah, of course. That totally makes sense. Or like, hey, you said this and it kind of hurt my feelings. And like, I know like my feelings are mine, but like when you talk like that, it doesn't make me feel super great. Yeah. Like, and then being like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. I see where you're coming from. And it's not weird.
I agree. I think we talked in our Teen Summer series a little bit, but like I'm someone that like if someone points out a flaw and they're setting a boundary from me and it's true, like I'm someone who really struggles things being pointed out about me. Yeah. So like I think it's okay to like have a moment of like frustration in that.
Yes.
And I try and do that in private.
100%.
But you have to get to that point. And if you don't get to that point, then like, yeah.
Yeah. And I think part of that is just like building rapport in a friendship where it's like, hey, all love. I need to talk to you about something real quick, but like I'm not mad or anything. We just need to talk about it.
Yeah. And I think there's friends that I'll get to that like resolution a lot faster than others.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I know they're not out to harm me or to be mean or like, you know what I mean?
They're not like calling you out on your crap. It's like, oh, hey, I've been stewing on this, so now I have to do something about it. I'm so sorry to bring you back into it.
Yeah. I think someone that you can disagree with without it being dramatic and like this whole big thing, like
or awkward
or awkward to come back into. It's just like, no, like we're different humans. We're gonna have different perspective on things.
Yeah. Like we've lived different lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like your feelings and your view on life is valid because you lived that and so is mine.
Yeah.
So like not discrediting each other's life experience.
I like that. Guys, thanks for playing.
I
love it. I love it. If you have any friendship icks or friendship green flags, we would love to hear them.
Yeah, for sure.
Please send them in or post them and tag us in it or something. We'd love to see what yours are.
All right, let's get into the actual episode now. So this episode is all about friendships, the friendships that shape us, the ones that made us better, and the ones that taught us who we didn't want to be.
Friendship is one of the most underrated forces in our lives. It's not just social, it's spiritual, emotional, and even transformative. It's also one of the first places we learn how to trust, how to belong, how to be vulnerable, and sometimes how to heal. So, Rachel, who is a friend that shaped the way you love people?
Oh, let's see. The way I love people? I feel like I've had so many influences from so many different people, but with this specific one, how I love people. You. Genuinely, you're the kind of person that you hang out around and you don't even have to say anything, but you just you walk away from the like interactions with you and you just want to be a better person and be a nicer person. That's who you are because you show that to people.
Crying.
Oh god.
I like crying big tears. That's so nice of you. Oh my gosh.
It's true.
Thanks.
No, for real though. Like I feel like I have so many friends that have shown that to me, but you don't even have to say anything. Like you don't have to like sit down and be like step 1. Like it's just by example and you are so kind. And you,
stop.
Like even my mom has said it before. Like I didn't say anything. She was like, Bryn is just the kind of person that makes you want to be a better human.
I love
and
your
it's
mom.
so true.
I love you guys. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. I never expect you to say that. I've said this before. Like I'm so well equipped to handle all the criticism on the planet, and the minute you pull out like a compliment, I'm like, I don't know how to handle it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I love you.
So
I try my best.
While you're gathering yourself there,
just crying.
What about you? Do you have an answer for that?
Yeah. So I think for a long time I was a one strike person growing up. So it was like if you weren't nice to me, like you were done. You weren't gonna get second chances. It wasn't gonna happen. And so I would say like I wasn't very good at loving people because I was like I don't have time for that. Get out.
Yep.
Like if you're going to treat me poorly, you're done.
Yep.
And so I met Jordan. So this was like well into my life. He made a mistake because he's a human being. I was like, bye, lose my number. And he was like, we're going to talk about this like rational human beings. Gave him a second chance. First person ever who ever got a second chance.
Best decision ever.
Best decision of my life. Yeah. So I think meeting him and like him being really patient with me and like breaking me down a little bit because like I just had every wall up on the planet.
Yeah.
Like I never wanted a single person to be in my life ever. And so like him breaking down the walls and then like showing me that people are good because he like my base belief was that people are bad.
Yeah.
Like humans are bad.
You just
people.
saw the negative in the world.
I only saw the negative because I had a lot of negative things happen.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know, but like he just came in and was like, people are good. People are trying their best. People are really working their hardest. And so for him to like bring that positivity in and then break down my like little negative walls and then bring the positivity in. I feel like he has changed how I see other people. And I'm really thankful because I think like I work really hard to be kind now, but I think it's like he was the catalyst for that of being like, no, people are good. Like let people in.
I mean, right here's a perfect example of you don't know what your actions are going to do. Like this is the ripple effect because I just said you.
Yeah.
So like.
So it's like, in a way, it's Jordan.
It's Jordan. And then like who did that for him? Yeah, I think so much of the world, like we just want to focus on the negative and like there's good humans in the world. Like there's unfortunately bad out there.
Yeah, like there's a lot of crap happening.
It's not all bad. Like there are kind, genuine people.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I love that.
I just love it. Okay, well that was that was emotional right off the bat. Okay, moving on to our next question here. What's something a friend taught you without even trying? You just learned it from them. Yeah.
I think Vanessa, she's been on the pod before.
A friend of the pod.
We love her. She's my sister-in-law now, but we were friends first. And she has taught me how to have conversations and be open and also work through problems, like friendship problems or just relationship problems, just by example. Like she never had to really say anything, but she's just really good at that.
Yeah.
And so
I love that.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Yeah.
She's a good conversationalist.
She is.
Yeah.
And like not hiding the truth, but also not being so blunt that it's like, well, you're rude. You know what I mean? And so she's just really good at, like we can walk through friendship issues because we've been friends since I was in 7th grade. And so obviously we've had our fair share of fights and because we went through a lot of life together.
Yeah.
But we've learned, and she's just been such a great example of like how to deal with issues. And like just because we disagree doesn't mean we can't be friends and work it out.
It's good to have your person too who teaches you that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because that's like such a necessary life skill, but it's not something you just pick up by yourself.
No, and it takes practice, and it's not always easy even if you've done it for a long time.
No, so then having like your trusted person who you know loves you, who can like coach you through that's really cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Do you have an answer for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like 5 people who came into my brain. Should I throw you under the bus now?
I don't know.
Okay,
pick
I know
one of the other 4. No.
You're like, pick anyone else. No, I think like what you've been saying for the last like years, like I can do things scared. And I just think that's something that replays in my brain now. Anytime I am feeling a little bit nervous or unsure about something, is I'm like, Rachel would do this scared. Like I can do this scared, even if I like have no idea what I'm doing and I'm starting something new. Like Rachel would do this even if she was scared. Yeah. So I think you have taught me that like it's okay to face my fears and to like be brave and like extend my braveness meter. Yeah. So I'm just like really thankful for you. Like I think about that every day, that like I'm just really thankful that we met and that we like get to spend so much time together. Yeah.
I love you too.
Like I love you.
This is a terrible episode to be filming right now.
I thought this would be lighthearted. This is not. I just love you. I think really highly of you.
I think really highly of you.
Every time I talk about you, I'm like, yeah, like Rachel is just awesome. Like she's just easy to be around and she teaches me so much. So
that's wild.
I just love you.
Like, I just feel like I feel like it's probably a very normal thing, but I always feel like I am in relationships and friendships, I'm the taker and I never have anything to give. Like I always feel
interesting.
I feel like, not that I'm in it for me, but I just feel like every relationship I have is only beneficial for me. Like I'm not giving anything to anyone else.
I don't think that's true. I think you just like, you're not a selfish person, and so you just feel like you're taking. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you're like, your baseline isn't selfish. And so then anytime you do take, you're like, I'm just a taker. I think like I'm way older than you, so I can say this. When I was your age, if I would have had like an ounce of your brain, and like I would have been so much better off. Yeah, like I think you're a really good human.
Thank you.
Yeah. These questions suck.
They're good, but man,
I thought these would be fun.
We're just gonna sit in a puddle of our tears today.
I thought they'd just be really light, fun questions, but they're not. Okay. My final question here is, what friendships have made you feel the most seen?
Oh, honestly, to be real, I don't have a ton of like close friends, and I'm okay with that. Like even as a teenager, I was like quality over quantity all day, every day. Like that's just what's important to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like all my friends that I've had middle school, high school now, like they were just really accepting, and we just accepted each other for who we were. And so I've always just felt very seen by pretty much all my friends, which is really cool. Truthfully, you. I mean, like I can't I can't keep saying the same thing, but I can't. I'm like you and Vanessa. But truly, I'm like, you were the first person I feel like to ever just be like accepting of every part of me. And not that my other friends weren't, I feel like they were. But like some of my ideas are crazy and silly, and they can laugh at it. And not that they're being rude, because like I don't think that's ever their intention.
No.
But I feel like you were the first person to be like, yeah, like you could do that. And I'm like, what are you talking
Why
about?
not?
I could do that. Like no one's ever like looked at every part of me and been like, yeah, like you could totally do that. And you were the first one to do that. And I'm just...
It's because you can do it. You can do anything you want to do.
She's so empowering.
Because you're a great person. Like, you can do it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say that if it weren't true. Yeah, like if I really, truly didn't feel that it was the truth. Yeah. Like, but you, like, you're going to accomplish anything you want to accomplish in your life.
And it could just come from also, too, like, not to put it on me, but... when I met you, the growth I was on, like it just kind of mashed up into one. So like
perfect.
It just worked out. But you just see the good in people. You do. Like I feel like I just have such a community behind me now that is so supportive of anything I want to do. And like it's crazy. I just never would have imagined to have like I feel like I have like 10 sets of parents. Like I don't know. I just have like such a great church community and friends that are so supportive of like I feel like my stupid ideas that I come up with, and like even the podcast, I feel like I have all these people that are like, this is amazing. Like I can't believe you're doing this. And I'm like, I feel like people would just laugh and think it's silly, but no, they like truly and genuinely are in support of like the things I'm trying. And I'm just so grateful to have such a community behind me to not only like love me and pray for me, but support me and tell me when I'm falling on my face.
Okay, so we're doing really well, I would say.
This is not what we expected coming into this episode whatsoever.
No, it's not.
Okay, so now that we're done crying, at least for now,
for a minute,
we think. Have you guys heard the saying, some friendships are for a reason, some friendships are for a season, and some friendships are for a lifetime? All of them shape us in so many different ways.
Have you heard of roots, branches, and leaves in terms of friendship?
No, actually.
Okay, so the leaves, those are the ones that are like, they're literally here for a season. So it's like your summer friend that you made, or, you know, like everyone, like if you've ever been on a cruise, like somehow you make like a friend on a cruise and then you never speak ever again. Yep. Like, so that's your leave friend, right?
I love that.
And then you have your branches where it's like, oh yeah, like we were friends all through middle school. They got me through some tough things. Like, I'm so thankful for them. Wish them well. We don't talk that much anymore. Like, I like their Instagram posts. That's it. And then you have your roots, which is like, those are the people that ground you. Those are the people that like hold you together. Those are the people that like hold your feet to the earth. Those are the ones that aren't going away that you need.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like thinking of my friends in terms of that, because like I think it gets sad to be like, man, like look at all these friends that I've like left behind, or that we're not friends anymore. But it's like, no, they helped me through this thing, and I'm so thankful that they were there for that period of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so special.
I just love it.
No, I think about like the leaves. As a kid, we would go camping and stuff, and I would make friends at campgrounds in the middle of nowhere, and then I would never see them again.
Never. Yeah, and I think as kids, we're really good at gathering leaves, right? Like, we're good at, like, you just make a friend everywhere you go. All the time. Grocery store your friends.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so I kind of like to think of the people in my life where I'm like, okay, who are my roots?
So, like, you can think of specific people for all three of those.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, who are my roots? Who are my branches? Leaves are kind of like, they just come and go anyway. But yeah, like I have roots and branches, and I'm so thankful.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I can think of like, I just went on a mission trip in the summer with my youth group at my church. I was a leader, and I went, and we had our group leader, and she was a little bit younger than me, but like we had so much in common, and we just got along really well. And so she was just like a leaf in my life that was so cool, and like I loved that relationship. But like it was
like you're not gonna hang out every day. No. Like, yeah, I really like that. But like she brought positivity while she was there.
Yep. So Rebecca, if you're watching this, I love you.
Would you like to become a branch?
Please become a branch. Text me.
Please text Rachel. She would like to be a branch.
Now I think it would be really good to talk about the different types of friends that we have had.
I think the one for me that like really changed my life is the friend who helped me dream bigger. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't do this.
Where it was just like yeah, like you're made for more than what you're currently doing. Yeah. And so I think that was my most life-changing friend for me, where it was like, oh crap, like I don't have to just stay where I'm at.
I don't have to stay little.
Yeah, I don't have to stay small so that like the people in my life can be comfortable, or so that I feel some type of way. I don't know why I was staying small.
Things, you can chase dreams. You can.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
I agree. That's the most impacting thing ever.
Yeah. Why is this such a hard episode?
I can't do this. I think the next type of friend I can think of is the one we grew out of, but still love. So like nothing bad happened. We didn't like get in a fight. It was just like we grew apart.
Yeah.
But we still like have respect and love for them. That one makes me sad. It's like so crazy that like you can go through life and have a relationship, like literally a relationship like ours, like we share everything with each other. Like we're so close. We do all of these things together, and eventually to think about that, like you can just grow out of that slowly and like be okay with it.
Yeah.
Is crazy. That's a wild.
Yeah, it is interesting, like thinking of like leaves, branches, roots.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like a couple branches that are just like, that's so sad.
Yeah. But like no ill feelings. It's just like you're just not that close.
Nope.
That's hard.
It bums me out.
Yeah.
And there's been moments where I've like tried to become close again, and it just doesn't work. And it's not because we don't get along. It's just because like this is not the season for us to spend all this time together, and it's hard.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think like having lots of siblings, I think you can understand this. We're like, you're just not going to click with everybody, including your own family members, right? Like, so like when I think of friendships, it's like maybe we do get along great, but like something just isn't clicking.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man, like you love spending as much time with me as I love spending time with you. And like, we just want to be really good friends. It just doesn't always click into place like that.
Yeah. I can also think too, just like friendships, like even long lasting roots, if you will.
Yeah.
That like, there's just friends that maybe you're just so different of people that like I may have one friend that it's super easy to just be friends, and then there's another one that like I love them just as much, but I have to work a little bit harder to keep it going because we're just different. And I think that that's okay.
Yes.
So
I think it's good to practice that too.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
And then like to be able to see different types of people and different people's perspectives is so important.
Yeah, because like if you just surrounded yourself with people who were just like
easy all the time.
Yeah, it'd be boring. Right. Like it'd be easy, but it'd be boring. Right. Yeah.
Like if me and Vanessa got along all those years perfectly all the dang time, I would have learned nothing.
Yeah.
I would have learned nothing. So.
Okay, this is kind of a tough one. This is the friend who hurt us, but then helped us grow. Yeah. So like you're not friends. Everything hurt, but then you grew from that experience.
Like I've had friends hurt me, but like it's been reconciled. So it's not like hurt and then just move on.
I went to public school.
Yeah.
So
well, I didn't.
So that means there were like 300 chances of that happening. I'm thankful for the growth that came from the hurt. And like, I know I also did some hurting. Like I know that. I totally know that. But yeah, like I think when I was on the receiving end of hurt, I definitely grew from those experiences. I think it took me a while to realize that I grew from those experiences though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just hurts at first.
It just hurts. Yeah.
I think the last one that I can think of is the unexpected friend who changed everything. And I think this can go hand in hand with some of the other ones we've talked about. Like, I think like you said, the one that was like really impactful for you was the one that like had you dream bigger. And so I think that can go hand in hand here. But yeah, maybe it's someone that you met in an unexpected way. But yeah, I just feel like there's those people in your life that are just the unexpected positive example or whatever that you needed in that moment. I think that's really cool. Can you think of any stories or anything to go along with that?
I feel like I've just made friends with some like weird people, like in weird ways, and I just love it. One of my favorite things. This isn't like insanely weird or anything, but Laura, also friend of the pod, also friend of me. We just met like they were at like a church luncheon or something, and so like her and her husband were sitting at a table, and I guess they had been hearing about us a lot. Like they were like, everyone was like, you'll get along great with the Allens, which I just think is really hilarious. But then like we saw them at a luncheon and like we went over to sit with them. We were like, hey, how's it going? What are your names? And like we were kind of exchanging like job stories. And at that point I was still like life coaching pretty heavily, and like she was in therapy school. And it was just like she was like, oh, what made you want to do that? And I was like, childhood trauma, ha ha ha. And I was like, what made you want to do that? And she was like, childhood trauma.
Love that.
Yeah. And it was just like, love that so much. And so it was just like this immediate, like we're on the same page here. Like, let's be best friends.
That's cool.
And I just love it. Yeah. And I think for me, like through my life, like she's been one of my easiest friends, where it was just like, okay, cool, like we can sit on the couch and not talk for 5 hours and like both play our Switch games and like eat food, and that's it, like, and it's fine. So like we've talked about this where I feel comfortable with you because I can just be quieter, I can just be myself, or like I don't feel like I need to fill all the space. I don't need to like check in with you, be like, hey, are you good? Hey, are you mad at me? Are we okay? You haven't texted me in nearly 4 days. Are we good?
Yeah, that's true though. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's my...
Because I feel like even like with me coming to your house, you probably don't feel like you have company.
No.
Like I could be wrong, but it's just like,
like
you don't have to feel like, like, do you need a drink? Well, like hosting, you can just be like...
I do still get mad when you use plastic forks and not actual forks at my house.
She gets offended.
I know you're going to help yourself to whatever you need. And like you were over last night pretty late. But it was just like so normal to be like working on the couch together, and like Jordan walks in and is like, I'm going to bed, and we're like, okay.
I've met friends through going to Gain concerts, which is really cool.
Awesome.
Like just like random people, and I love that. And I'm not like super close with any of them.
But you have the immediate baseline of like something you both love.
Yeah. And so I just think it's fun to like meet people through different things like that. But then, like, honestly, you're my most unexpected friend because, like, the way we met
it was so weird.
And I think we talked about that in our first Lights Out episode.
I think so.
So
yeah.
If you want to go back.
We have some questions that you guys can be thinking about that will be in the journal pages as well that you can print out. But we're also going to take a second just to talk about a couple of these. So question 1 here is, have you ever outgrown a friendship and still felt guilty? Like it was the right time to be done.
Yeah.
But you just like felt guilty about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's normal.
I think it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you're just like grieving what you had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not like guilt, like I did something wrong or like something went bad. It's just like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, especially because when you have relationships, especially as a kid, especially through middle school and high school, that it's like, this is my best friend, and it's true.
Yeah.
And then you outgrow it. It's like you always imagine your whole lives together. You've always imagined like, hey, we're going to get married and our kids are going to play together and like all of this is going to happen and we're going to go on family vacations together. And like you just envision so much. And I don't think that's a bad thing because it could happen. Like, I'm not saying every friendship you have as a teenager is, you're going to grow apart.
It's like destined to fail.
No.
Yeah, no.
But like, people are going to grow apart and that's okay. I just think it's sad to be like, Like, I knew so much about that person and they knew so much about me. Like, we were so close and now I hardly know what they like to do for fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I feel the same way where it's like, I'm not like feeling guilty about moving forward. Like, right. But I am like, man, that sucks. Yeah, like that makes me really sad.
Yep. Okay, this question is more about you. What kind of friend are you in this season of life? So now that you've grown, you've learned, or maybe like you're still working on things, like what kind of friend are you?
Think about that one. Which of your friendships has made the biggest impact on your identity? It's time.
Oh, no.
It's time.
Are you kidding me?
We're getting into the hard stuff.
Okay, let's go.
Because we've talked about this. All friendships aren't going to just stay perfect and wonderful and beautiful forever. They're just not, because you're a human. Everyone's learning. Everyone's growing. And sometimes like that growth doesn't take you together. And it sucks. It doesn't make it easy. So I think we should take an opportunity to chat about friendship breakups, maybe some silent fades, maybe some toxic dynamics, or the grief of feeling distant from someone that you still love. Okay, so I have definitely had my fair share of friendship breakups, just ending on not good terms. Things went sour. I wasn't a good friend. Maybe they weren't a good friend. Like I had stuff to learn, which I've talked about that before. I think I was a really bad friend growing up. Like I don't think I understood the importance of being a good friend. And so I did not put any work into it at all.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Like I wish that it could be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to change that now. I've been practicing a lot now. So I think like in this season, I'm a better friend. I think a silent fade is probably the easiest one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where like there's no explosion. There's nothing crazy. It just kind of like
just fades apart.
You just
I
fizzle.
wonder, I'm thinking now, like from my perspective, I wonder if like there's ever friendships that like maybe I think that it silently faded and the other person is like, no, like
I'm mad at you.
I'm mad at you. I wonder. Yeah, I agree though that goes back to like the only thing you're really grieving is just like the fact that like you don't have that closeness that you used to have.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like, oh, this huge thing happened and they hate me and you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
But
we're not close anymore.
It's a sad thing.
Yeah.
For sure. And I've had it happen multiple times. So through every, different stages of life, it just happens. But then someone else comes into your life. Like it goes in, like it just.
And I'm assuming someone else comes into the other person's life.
I think I've seen it happen too, like with mine, where, we fizzle out. We were so close. We walked through these different seasons. We talked about all of our dreams and our plans. And there's been moments where when one of those things happens in our lives that we previously talked about, where the other one, like out of the blue, we haven't talked in a year and a half, the other one will be like this literally just happened. I got engaged and like we FaceTimed about her getting engaged and like she's telling me all about how it happened and I'm like, this is so cool. Like, do we talk on a regular basis? No. Do I know much about what people you're hanging out with and who your friends are? No, I have no idea. But like, because this is something that we dreamed about as kids and talked about, like now we can sit and have a conversation about it. And I think that can happen. That doesn't mean like your friendship's going to
like magically repair.
Right.
But like, did she know that she could call you and you would be excited for her?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's
cool.
a big deal. Yeah.
I have a question though, because not to sound cool or anything, but being someone who hasn't had a lot of like toxic friendship breakups or really any that I can think of, all of mine have just been like fizzled out from growth and becoming different people. I feel like there's parts of a friendship breakup, like something happened that's really hard. And then there's parts of like the silent, like we fizzled out, that's really hard too. From your perspective, like which is harder? Because I feel like when something bad happens, like it really sucks and you're angry and like maybe they did something that hurt you, but also like it's like whatever, they weren't the person I thought they were or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas like the fizzled out is like there was nothing that bad that happened and it's kind of sad to like see that we're not as close as we used to be. So like from your perspective, which has been harder in your life?
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know how to say this. I have always been more fueled by anger than by nostalgia.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, so like I might get sad for people, but like at the end of the day, I'm like, no, that makes sense. So like, I think I can logic my way out of that one a little bit. So like if it's like, okay, we just had like a little fizzle and like it makes sense. Like we were in each other's lives for an important time and it's okay. And like I miss them, but I wish them well. Like that's easier for me to like to logic myself out of.
Okay.
I think anger for me is an emotion that likes to stick around.
Yeah.
Like it really likes me and I really like it. And so anytime I've had like bigger, more explosive fights with friends, which like that doesn't happen as an adult anymore. Like
yeah,
I'm a grown up now, but in high school, like we would have like yelling fights, you know, and like name calling fights and not very nice. And so I think anger would stick around for that one. Sense. So that one hurt me.
So
more.
I think it's different depending on what is like what fuels you. And
I
like
really think so.
Like how you do like how you deal with it emotionally.
100%.
That's interesting.
I think it's so different for each person.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about myself right now and not even friendship wise. Because again, like I said, I haven't had like a bunch of toxic friendship breakups.
You surround yourself with good people.
But like, so from your perspective, like if you reconciled the anger, you wouldn't really be dealing with a lot of hurt at all for either.
No.
Because like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So now that I'm thinking about my own life, this is making me really think.
I love this. Okay. Yeah, because like I do well with reconciliation. I am on board with that. But like we've talked about this in our last episode, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like forgiveness versus reconciliation. Reconciliation is two people who are willing to work together.
Yeah.
And so maybe I did want to reconcile, or maybe I was in a position where the other person would want to reconcile, but because we couldn't come together, there could be no there's no apology, there's no changed behavior. Like it was just like, I'm mad, goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. I've never like
tell me all of your thoughts. I love this.
Like my brain is just going because I've never like thought of it that way. I think it was the last episode I talked about reconciling my relationship with Joe.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there was anger there on my part, but holy cow, for me, it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
So like, even if I reconcile something and like, there's no anger towards it anymore, I can see that like whoever was right in the situation, or even if no one was right, it was just like in my brain, I figured out why X, Y, and Z happened.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it happened, whatever. But because I'm such a nostalgic person, like I still will cry about it. Because I'll think about what life was like before and I'll just get so emotional because I'm such a, like I just wish I could live one more day in that life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like it just hurts your heart to think about like how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It is interesting. It's interesting hearing your perspective too, because like we're fueled by different things. Yeah. So that's really interesting. Yeah. I love that.
So if you guys are listening and you are like thinking about this and you know which one you are, like let us know.
Yeah. Or if you have a different fuel,
or
like
completely different.
Yeah. We would love to know that.
I've just never put those two together. And like, I think they're both so difficult for different reasons. Yeah. But I think too, like with the anger one, like if you're able to reconcile the relationship, I'm not saying that there's never any hurt going forward, but like if you're able to reconcile it, like there's really not a lot that you're feeling anymore about it, because like I reconciled it, the anger's gone. But with like nostalgia and stuff, like
it's still there.
It's still there. Like there's like I can't get rid of that. Like like there's just nothing I can do. I just have to like be like, well, that's not happening anymore. So
yeah, you're like, this is how things are now. Yep. But that is hard.
This makes me think about, because you said like what fuels you. I was listening to a podcast not that long ago, and this lady was talking about how like we all burn for something. Like our whole lives we're burning for something because we're all different people. And she was talking about, I can't remember what she said she burned for, but like I sat down and was like thinking about it, and I burned for connection with people. And so she was talking about how like your whole life, like you're gonna burn for that, and like you're always gonna like be chasing connection. Wow. Like in some way or another. Yeah. Like that's what your thing. Need. And then because that's what we burn for, the devil does things to like to interrupt that. To interrupt it. So like mine, like I have trust issues. Yeah. And like I'm scared to have conversations with people because I burn for connection. I'm scared of connection. Isn't that crazy?
That makes me sad.
It is.
That's so interesting. I'm going to have to think about that. That's so cool.
I think another funny one that I wrote down, because I was like, I was writing out a list because I was like really trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And she said like you burn for one thing. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's like other things here and there, but like
maybe like your top one and then like a couple more.
That's definitely my top one. But another one was like I burn for peace.
Yeah.
And so like I'm an anxious person.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's one of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just want everyone to be happy and peaceful.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also why I'm like a mediator within other relationships.
With your life. Like,
because I just can't, like, I burn for peace. Like I want everyone, not just me, like I want everyone around me to be.
Yeah, to figure it out.
But they may not burn for that. And that may not be priority to them, but it's stressing me out because I'm like, no guys, we gotta.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
That's so, I have a lot to think about with this one. That makes so much sense to me. I do think peace is one of mine too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where it's like I just crave a peaceful life, so I create chaos.
Exactly.
Well, that's not awesome.
But if you know what you burn for,
yeah,
and you know the things that are trying to interrupt that, like it's so much easier to like be like, nope,
that's going directly against.
Now that I know that,
wow.
Now that I'm like, oh wait, like I burn for connection, I can be like, stop being scared of talking to people. Like I can still be scared. I can do it scared.
You can do it scared.
And I can interrupt the devil trying to be mean to me and tell me that I can't do that.
I need like 45 minutes to think
this
about
is
this.
Deep. This is deep.
That's a really good thing.
I know. It was like one of the...
Wow.
Like, I love a podcast that makes me have to like pause it and I'm just like, oh.
Wow. I'm so glad you shared that.
If I can find the episode, I'll link it.
I think that's a really, really good place to start, is just by thinking about like what you crave and what's always attacked.
Yeah, and I was going to say, someone asked how you find what your thing is. And I think the advice, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the advice to finding what your thing is was like going to like what gets attacked first. So like I figured out like, hey, I have trust issues with people and I have social anxiety and like all these different things. And it's like connection. All right, we're going to get back on track here. I know that was a little bit off the rails, but I think that was important and I felt like that would be helpful.
I loved it so much. I'm so glad we talked about that.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest kinds of grief is losing a friend while they're still alive, because you still love them, but it's no longer healthy or beneficial for you to keep holding on to them. Yeah. And I feel like no one prepares you for how much it can hurt when you grow in opposite directions.
So we came up with some deeper questions for you guys. And I don't think we're going to answer these ones right now, but just to kind of get you thinking. Mm-hmm. Is there a friendship I'm holding on to out of loyalty or fear of being alone?
Another great one is, what boundary have I avoided setting because I don't want to lose someone?
These are hard questions. We know that, but just be really honest with yourselves. You will be so much better for it. The last one is, am I grieving a friendship that no one else even knows I'm grieving? We talked about the sad parts, but now let's talk about how to help our friendships thrive, because that's what we all want, is good friends.
Yeah.
The best friendships aren't always the oldest. They're the ones where you feel safe, seen, and celebrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those friendships don't just happen. I definitely think you'll meet people that you click with easier than others, but real lasting friendship takes intention, it takes grace, and it takes showing up, even when life is chaotic.
Okay, so let's talk about kind of the steps that we take to create real and lasting friendships.
That's good, yeah.
So in our very, very, very first episode, I talked about like the kid who just randomly texted me out of the blue and it just like saved my life. That's one thing that I do, is anytime one of my friends pops into my head, I usually just send him a quick text. Like even if it's just to be like, hey, love you. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Have a great day. How's this thing going? Like, I try really hard. It doesn't always happen, and I'm not always perfect at it. And I'm sure I miss some people. But yeah, anytime people pop into my head, I try really hard to text them.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't take a ton of effort on your end.
No.
But it makes people feel so seen.
Yes.
I know a couple weeks ago, I was having a day and I was doing something that was making me quite anxious. And I had our LightHearted computer with me because I needed it for what I was doing. And
stop it.
I had it all weekend and I didn't open it because I didn't need it yet.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready for a meeting and I was so nervous, and I opened the laptop literally like an hour before I'm supposed to do this thing, and Britton had wrote a note on the laptop. And as soon as I opened it, it was just like, you've got this. I love you. Like, you deserve all of the things. Like,
You do.
it was just
You deserve all the things.
it was the sweetest thing ever. And I just
I'm so
cried
glad.
because I'm like, that didn't take her a ton of time.
No, it was easy.
But like, it literally changed the course of my day because I just was like, I was feeling nervous and it was the perfect timing. And I think truly
It was
like,
a big deal what you were doing.
yeah, but I just think if you can do things like that like, it may not seem like that big of a gesture, but like, it could turn someone's whole day around.
Yeah. And I think because I was on the receiving end of that when I really, really, really needed it.
Right.
Like it was basically like life or death for me at that point. And so like, I think seeing the impact it had, I recognize the importance of the small gestures from people who care about you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so like, if you ever just get a random text from me, I'm probably fine. I was just thinking about you in the moment. Yeah.
Probably fine.
Yeah. I'm probably doing okay. I just was like reaching out because I love you. So
yeah. I feel like sometimes too, like I will struggle to do things because I feel like it won't matter. Like it's such a small thing.
Yeah.
Like sending a text. I'm like, will it really make a difference?
They won't
But
care.
you don't realize how much of an impact that will make. And so I think if you can think of things that other people do for you that aren't even that big that really impact you and have helped you, like turn it around. Do it for someone else.
Yeah, because even if it really, like truly, if it doesn't mean anything to them, like I selfishly, I think being like, you know what, like I feel like I did the right thing still.
Yeah.
Like even if it meant nothing to you, right? Like even if you get my text and you're like, okay, Brenton, thank you so much.
Right.
Like I can still be like, you know what? Like I let my friend know I cared about them. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Even if it's something so insignificant and small and funny. Like, for instance, yesterday we worked all day long and we were going to go to Texas Roadhouse for lunch and they were closed. And we were like, we wanted rolls.
No, I get to brag about this.
Yeah.
I get to brag about this because Rachel is such a nice human.
I just thought it was funny. Like, it didn't take any effort.
No, to me, it was great effort. Okay. I love bread. Bread is my favorite thing. It is my favorite thing. Also, one of my love languages is gifts, which we're going to talk about at a later date probably.
And I know
maybe.
that.
It's gifts. It means a lot to me. Even if like Jordan shows up home late from work with a Diet Coke in hand, I am such a happy camper. Okay, so Rachel shows back up to work because we were just working really late.
Yeah, I took a little break and like went shopping with my mom for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then,
shows back up, an entire tin of rolls in hand with their like butter, the honey butter deliciousness.
It was a dozen rolls. Yeah.
It was this many rolls. It was so many. She walks in with them and it just made my entire night because you thought of me. And then I found out they didn't even go eat there. She specifically went to Texas Roadhouse to get me rolls to bring them back to my house.
And you know what? For me, it wasn't even like I didn't even eat any, but I was just like,
you didn't.
To see how excited you were about rolls, like made my day.
But it was so nice of you because I feel like you went like the ultra extra mile for me to go get me some rolls.
Like $6.
Yeah, but like you weren't even eating dinner there. You had no business over there. Like you just were getting me rolls because I mentioned earlier in the day that I really wanted some rolls. So yeah, you're an amazing human and I'm so thankful. But like for you, that was a simple thing. And for like, yeah, for me, I think I ate 3 like immediately. Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. Okay. I think now would be a good time to get into a few more questions just to reflect on. Nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. The first one is, what friend can you think of that you need to reach out to right now? Take a minute and think. Who needs your attention immediately?
Yeah. I think another great question to ask is, have I been showing up as the kind of friend that I would like to have?
And finally, who makes me feel like I don't have to be anything but myself? So identify that person and then tell them that they make you feel like that. Whether you're surrounded by friends right now or you're in a lonely season, just know it's okay to grieve, to grow, and to hope for more. The right people are worth waiting and working for.
Absolutely. As a little challenge, send a message today to a friend who's shaped you and tell them what they mean to you. And if you're missing that kind of friendship, be brave enough to be the friend first. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're enjoying Lighthearted, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps us reach more people who need a little more light in their lives.
And make sure you join us over on Instagram at LightHeartedPod to see clips of our episodes and behind the scenes content. We would also love to hang out with you guys over on TikTok at LightHeartedPod. And so many things. Be sure to check out our merch. The links for everything we just mentioned will be listed in the show notes below.
And don't forget to stay lighthearted.
This podcast was recorded on Buzzsprout in West Virginia.
Who wrote that?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Really hard.
This is a debrief.
That was way harder than I thought it was going to be.
I genuinely was like, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. I was like, friendships. We can talk about that.
Whoa.
That was a
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
I was having a good day.
We talked to the teenagers today.
It wasn't even like I was overly
easy.
emotional. Like,
no.
Today. Like, I wasn't walking in today overly emotional about anything. I'm just like,
no.
That was, and it wasn't sad tears. It was just like,
yeah, they were just there. I think, okay, for me, I think like, I felt like I was lacking really good friends for so long that now that I'm like, no, I have like I have like a legit handful of friends. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever.
That's why I started getting emotional too, because I'm like, I just have so many people. I have so many
and
people.
They all care about you.
Yeah, and I just love it. And not only people, but like people that like so many that I feel comfortable sharing my heart with and that are so supportive of me.
Yeah.
And I just love it. So if you're those people, thank you. We're going to put this at the end.
Seriously. Yeah, I think we should. Yeah. No, for real. Like, we're so thankful for our friends. Yeah.
This was a long episode too.
I'm like, it was long and like it felt really emotional the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thankful. I think they were all like thankful tears.